That's the only thing I haven't done in this business.
What?
Is direct.
Oh, yeah, it's easy.
And the only thing, well, here's what I think. The
Yeah.
only reason I haven't done it is because I'm only going to direct something that I am 1,000,000,000% passionate about.
Mm.
And the thing is, I start by saying I know nothing about most of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to have a killer DP.
Mm-hmm.
I have a killer lady who would do the amazing soundtrack. I know the killer set designer,
Mm-hmm.
all of that stuff. You have to give a killer script, which is fine. But as long as I have a killer DP
Mm-hmm.
and a producer that keeps the money people off my ass,
Mm-hmm.
all I need to do is work with the actors.
Now, see, you've matured because back in the day when you talked about directors, you were like, directors, aren't those the guys that just pick the f-stop?
When did I say that?
You said that about 2005.
Okay, let
so
me ask you.
you've changed. Even though you worked with Wes Craven. Like you worked
Dude,
with
I
great
worked
guys.
with my
Huge
wall.
guys.
I've worked with at least 10 auteurs. Maybe
I know.
I've worked with incredible directors.
I know. I think it
no.
was just a slam on me. You were like, oh, come on. You're just the guy pulling the focus.
Well, those guys aren't directors. They're auteurs.
Yeah.
It's a difference. An
Yeah.
auteur writes it, directs it, edits it in his head, puts the music. I mean, Wes knows the music, Baz knows the music, Frank
Right.
Oz knows the music,
Right.
David O. Russell. I mean, David O. Russell does
Right.
20 jobs. Ben Youngers and all.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
like, all these, Tony Scott.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's right.
But there's a lot of stinkos out there.
Yeah,
Do you agree?
definitely.
Like, I would say that's why Leo has only worked with a handful of people, and he kind of keeps working with them because he understands who you have to have the captain of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And in the wrong hands, an amazing artist will be considered wild, difficult, all this stuff. In the right hands, he's a genius.
Mm-hmm.
So Kubrick was always seemed protected.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Scorsese has his team. You have to have that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
when you have, there's a lot of directors that overcomplicate everything. And it's just like, dude, are you fucking 5? Like, it's okay. You can hire people
Yeah.
and really just let them do what they do. All those movies that you're talking about, all those guys, man, if it wasn't broke, they didn't fix it. They hired always the best people at their jobs.
And they always knew such cool tricks. Like, I mean, like you were telling me about Wes Craven and like showing you the cat. Remember the cat bit where it was like, hey, Jamie, come here, look at this, and just shows you how to make people scared because a cat jumps.
Oh,
Meow, you know? And it's like, it was this jump scare. And it was like, oh, yeah. It's like they know all the elements of scary or all the elements of funny or, you know, it's.
he played a thing for me.
Yeah.
When we were doing the playback for Scream.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, the door shut, and it was so simple, and it was normal. And he goes, watch this. And then he added like this like Hans Zimmer like piano. And the door, when it closed, it went.
Oh,
and I was
right.
like, ugh, and it was just so incredible. And
Oh,
like,
that's nice.
you know, you learn so much when you go to post. Like Tony Scott, you know, when we would go in,
Yeah.
he would show you something in the different shot
Mm-hmm.
and how what you thought it was going to look, but the filter he would put on it,
Right.
or the angle he would choose, because he would shoot like 8 angles at once.
God.
And
It's amazing.
And like, you know, David O. Russell, like when you think you were just shooting bullets, then he goes, watch this. And then he slowed it down and shows you the track. So there's so many things. But I mean, if I think about it, my first, and I don't even want to talk about this today, we're going to talk about other stuff, but my first 4 years in the business, I just went from auteur to auteur to auteur. And at that point, the agency I had, the biggest in the country, the management I had, we should have had a moment and said, here's your path. And it was becoming that path.
Right.
And we should have just said, what's the steps we're gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
And instead, they just always said, you should be on TV.
But also the TV show. Why are you saying, oh, then I went to TV? It was a great show.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about my show. I love that show. But what I'm saying is...
you were doing little guest spots on shows?
They were like, let's just figure out a TV. Let's get you 100 episodes or something. They wanted the money.
Yeah.
Money, me. And because, and I felt like I was a TV guy, but I had gone so against the grain, like, because I was lucky when I got my first part, it wasn't a comedy, and I just constantly did not want to do comedy forever and just keep it as a separate life and stand up. I don't feel like anyone's talking. They're blockers. That's not why I came to Hollywood. Do you know how fucking backwards that is? Shit.
I hate to break it to you.